or someone you love ever been bullied? I'm assuming you have because you're here. Do you want to help your loved one or yourself to never have to feel the effects of being bullied again? Again, I'm assuming you are because you're here. Hi, my name is Cisco-Meth, and I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I also want to thank you for taking the time to join our action, our movement, and in helping people become better connected, to have more confidence and more personal value. My book, Bully-Proofing You, Improving Confidence and Personal Value from the Inside Out, is 11 chapters that will help you dive deep into this subject and help you really make some lasting changes. This quick 10-minute video is going to get you started. It will give you great groundwork on which to start and to build and start immediately making changes. So I want to thank you for taking the time to be here. Let's dive right in. First of all, let's talk about the pyramid. The Bully-Proofing You pyramid, as I call it. You'll notice that on the bottom is personal value, because personal value is so important. It is the foundation upon which everything else builds. Let me explain a little bit about personal value and what it is and why I believe it's so important. I was a high school teacher for 17 years, and so I got to see firsthand what can happen when someone is bullied and what can happen when they're bullied, but they're not impacted by it. You see, I believe that 4 out of 4 people are bullied. Statistics say that 1 in 4 is bullied. But like I said, I believe 4 in 4 are bullied. What's the difference? 3 in 4 are not affected, but 1 in 4 can be devastated and have those effects follow them for the rest of their lives. So I started doing research and studying and trying to understand the 3 and 4. How were they different? What made them not affected by it? And so I spent some time and I realized that it was personal value. It was their self-esteem, that when someone else called them a name, they didn't believe it. So it had absolutely no effect on them. Let me give you an example. How do you like my purple dress? Pretty neat purple dress, huh? Now, I know what you're thinking because I've done this demonstration in live presentations all over. And everybody has the same reaction. I look out in the crowd and I see their faces and they're like, what? Are you crazy? You're right, it's not purple. It's black and white. My hat's blue, but there's no purple on me. And so what happens is when somebody says something and you know the opposite to be true, it doesn't affect you. The problem lies when you allow other people to define who you are. So when I tell you my dress is purple and you know it's black or white, you don't doubt what you see, you doubt what you hear. Now, some of you may have doubted everything. You may have doubted what you saw. I'm so glad you're here. Please purchase my book as well, because you need a lot of work in that belief, that personal value. Some of you already have an okay personal value because you knew I was crazy. But those of you that wondered if it was purple and maybe something was wrong, you need even more work in the personal value. So thank you for being here. Let's talk a little bit more about personal value. Personal value is what you believe about yourself. And I use personal value instead of self-esteem. Let me explain why. Personal value is an amount or I don't necessarily want to say a dollar sign because we're all priceless, right? But it is, I belong here. This is where I belong. That's what I see about personal value. Self-esteem is more, yeah, I like myself and I'm okay, but, right? Personal value is I am valuable. Once you have that foundation, then you can build the other tiers on top. And the second tier is perspective. Perspective on how you view things and how you are viewed. Your brain, your subconscious, you have the conscious brain and the subconscious brain. And the conscious brain is responsible for about 2,000 bits of information that come in, and you are aware of it, you know what's happening, it's your decision making, it's your conscious brain. But then the subconscious or unconscious is responsible for everything else. It's where your emotions and your habits, your feelings, all of those lie. It also runs the body. So what happens is our subconscious mind processes 2 billion bits of information in a second. Conscious mind, 2,000. Subconscious mind, 2 billion bits. Well, wait a minute, what happens, right? That's a huge discrepancy between 2 billion and 2,000. Your belief systems housed in your subconscious brain tell the conscious brain what to focus on. Have you ever purchased a new car and thought, oh, this is a great car, I never see this car, and then all of a sudden you purchase your car and you see it everywhere? That's the conscious brain. It was always there, it just didn't, it wasn't in your awareness, it wasn't in your conscious brain. That's perspective. The other thing is, let's give an example that has to do with bullying, okay? You have been told since you were a little kid that you were phenomenal, that you were exceptional, that you were beautiful, that you were bright, that you were smart, that you could do anything. You were also told that you were stupid, that you were ugly, that you were fat, or you were tall, or you were short. However you've come up with your image of yourself, you've been told the opposite, probably just as much as you've been told what you believe. The difference is that you chose to believe certain parts. You made the decision that I'm tall. You made the decision that I'm ugly. You made the decision that I'm fat. Or you made the decision that I'm short and I'm beautiful and I'm the perfect size for me. Whatever your decision is means that's where you are. The beauty of that is you can make a new decision. I'm 6 foot tall. So compared to most people, I'm tall. Compared to my son, I'm short. He's 6'10". That's what perspective is all about. When you make the decision to like yourself and value yourself, you will start hearing people around you with the same idea and the same beliefs. I invite you for this week to keep track of the things that you say to yourself and to start listening for what other people say to you, because it will have a huge difference on your life. Keep track of it. At the end of the week, compile it, write a little summary, let's say summary of it, and email it to me, okay? I'd love to hear your thoughts, your perspective, the way things have shifted for you, your paradigm shift. Thank you for that in advance. Let's talk about the third pyramid, which is planned responses. Planned responses are just little one-liners that you can use anytime you need to thwart a bullying attack. See, bullying doesn't just happen in school. It happens at the workplace, it happens at the grocery store, it happens even at home sometimes. So what are some one-liners that you can use to stop those? And that term one-liner comes from Jim Fay and Foster Klein and the group Love and Logic. Great program, go ahead and check it out. But what one-liners are things that you have memorized and practiced to use. So someone comes up to me, says something hurtful and negative, or I say it to myself, I say, thank you for sharing. And I move on. Thank you for sharing. I don't need to engage, I don't need to be negative, I don't need to hurt or lash out. Thank you for sharing. Same thing is true with your mind. You're so stupid. Thank you for sharing. And I move on. Here's a one-liner that you can use when your child is affected. Let's say your child comes home from school and starts to tell you about the horrible day they've had because someone called them fill in the blank. All you say is, aren't you glad I don't believe that? I know you to be different. What do you believe? You can stop with just, aren't you glad I don't believe that? Or you can mold it a little bit for your own use. You're so incredible. You're so smart. Aren't you glad I don't believe what Sally or whatever said? What do you believe? Because that lets your child know that they have the decision about their own beliefs. Try it. Let me know how it works. It has changed lives all over this planet. Now the fourth step is you'll notice there's a blue arrow running down the side between all the three categories, and there's a double-ended arrow and it says practice, practice, practice. But you see, you have to practice all three levels all the time. Practice building your personal value. Practice your perspective. What lenses are in my glasses today? Practice those one-liners. Okay, I've got that one down really good. Thank you for sharing. What else can I use? Thanks for your opinion. There are many out there. Practice, practice, practice. I want to thank you so much for joining me again today. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me or get in touch with me. Click the link below and make sure it'll take you right to my website where you can ask questions, you can engage with me. I have other videos. Please make sure that you're staying engaged. We have a Facebook group. Find us on Facebook. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.